Hello, everybody. So this is a Halo commentary because the last time I did one, it went over pretty well. The gameplay is 22 and 1. There's no sound because the audio file is like a stupid. I recorded it in a really stupid old audio file, and Vegas doesn't even recognize that it's an audio file. Luckily, it recognizes the video though. But yeah, and I don't do COD commentaries anymore because, well, they're COD commentaries, and COD has become a terrible game. Um. Anyway, I really, yeah. That's about it. Okay. So anyway, stress. Um. Basically, I just kind of stopped everything on the internet all at once. And it was because of stress. It's because just stuff was going on in my life, in real life, and on the internet, and it all happened at once. And the stress relievers that I have, which is playing video games and riding my bike, um, stopped working at the same time, right as I really needed them. Like right as I became super stressful, I just wasn't able to relieve that stress. And if you're gonna suggest like drugs or whatever, drugs would probably make my stress level become even higher. Drugs won't work for me. Um, yeah, like that's just no. Please don't mention that. It's no. They won't help, and yeah, I'm yeah. Um, but everything stopped at once. Like me being able to sit down and play a video game or whatever to relieve some of my stress that I had during that day stopped working. And then being able to get on my bike and ride it for like 5 minutes stopped working. So I just kind of was in a really, really shit kind of place um, in life. So I just kind of stopped everything on the internet. I was still on Twitter, but that's about it. I streamed when I felt like I could stream without showing or basically screaming out loud. Because that's like I was just that kind of, I don't know. I just That's what I wanted to do. To be honest, I just wanted to scream at people. Um, and I don't know why. Um, but it all happened at once, and it doesn't help that everything that was working to relieve stress stopped. Um, but that's what happened. It's gotten better now. Like I can sit down and play a video game to relieve stress now. And I can ride my bike. But before now, I've been riding my bike to relieve stress for the as long as I can remember. Um, that I've been doing that. And so when it all of a sudden stopped, I kind of freaked out and didn't know what to do with myself when I like was super stressful. So that's maybe the reason video games stopped working too, is because I just got to such a high level of stress that I just nothing wanted to work. My stress relievers just didn't want to work. Which totally makes sense, but I don't know. Um, when you're a content creator online and you're in a terrible place in your life or whatever, it makes it so hard to put on a smile to create content. And that's why I like creating content. I know when I was in a shit place in my life and I watched YouTube videos or whatever to God to like really really help me through depression or whatever. Um, so when you're a content creator and you're in a really shit kind of place, it's really hard to put on an attitude. Um, People do it. Content creators do it, and I big props to those content creators. Um, because I know there's people that watch them every day or whatever, to relieve stress or help them with depression or whatever, to laugh at their videos and stuff like that. And when they don't post a video, then they're fucked. Um, so it sucks, but it's that's just I don't know. Um, so the bike, like me riding my bike, has always worked for me to relieve stress. Um, but it just stopped. So I tried. riding my bike longer, and that worked. Yesterday, I went for like a 3.5 hour bike ride, 25 point something miles. Like, it was a fucking long ass bike ride. It was hard. It wasn't easy. It was hot. Like, but it relieved my stress. And then I came home. I did some stuff, and then I started streaming. And I enjoyed myself. I wasn't stressed. I could enjoy myself. I could laugh. I could have fun while playing video games. And I'm glad that I can do that again because when I couldn't, it was just, it was really bad. It was really bad. Um, but it got to a point where all sorts of things just happened at once. Um, and then I wasn't able to relieve that stress for whatever reason. Um, so that sucks a lot. Um, but I think I've figured it out now. I think I can relieve my stress now. I think I've figured that all out, which is good. I really needed to. I really needed to. Um, so I'm technically, I guess you could say, back now. Um, I've been streaming every night or every other night. Um, but yeah, and it's been great. I don't know. I've enjoyed myself, and I need that again in my life or whatever. It was it was good, but it just, I don't know, having all of that stuff stop, um, and then me being in a super stressed spot in life, just it it didn't help anything. It really didn't. Um, so yeah, after listening to this, like me talk about all of that, which I had to stop recording for a few seconds, just to check something. And I rewatched that, and I just sounded so depressed and so, I guess, sad, really. Um, and now that I think about it, I'm still super stressed, and I'm still kind of depressed almost. I don't know. I hate using that word because there's so many people who overuse it and um say they're, you know, um depressed when they're just sad. And they're two very different things in my opinion. But I really, after listening to me talk about this, I really don't know if I figured this all out. But I'm definitely back now. So yeah. Thank you for watching. And I hope you have a great Wednesday or whatever day it is. Bye guys.